Hello, welcome. Today we're going to go over idioms and phrases for overwork. We're going to go over 4 different idioms and phrases today. So, our 4 idioms or phrases are burn the candle at both ends, at the end of your rope, keep your nose to the grindstone, burn out. Let's go through these one by one. First, at the end of your rope. It is when you no longer have the patience or strength to deal with a problem. For example, I have been trying to fix this all week, but I am at the end of my rope. So you don't have patience to deal with problems anymore. When you are at the end of your rope, you have probably been fixing many problems, or maybe just one problem, over and over again. So now you are tired, you are frustrated, you are upset. So for example, I am a teacher, and a few years ago I had a student who would not bring materials to class. No books, no papers, not even a pencil. I tried to remind the student many times, but still they did not bring anything to class. Then I tried to keep the materials for the student. So I would keep their books, their papers, and a pencil for them and give it to them during class. But they would lose them during class and no longer have materials. So I tried many different solutions to this problem all year until I was at the end of my rope. I had no more ideas, no more patience. I could not fix this problem. So, when was the last time you were at the end of your rope? Can you think of a situation where you were tired and frustrated and you could not solve a problem? Okay, next idiom. Burn the candle at both ends. It's when you are staying up late and waking up early in order to work more. For example, the test is tomorrow, and I have been burning the candle at both ends to prepare. So you are waking up early to study, and you are going to bed late to study. Usually you are both going in early to work and working late. That's the idea of both ends. When you are burning the candle at both ends, you are getting very little sleep. Usually, people burn the candle at both ends for a few days or maybe a week. This is not something that you usually do for months or years at a time. In those situations, we would use a different phrase. So, for you, do you think it's healthy to burn the candle at both ends? Usually, we don't see this as a good thing or a healthy thing to do. You are working too hard and you are getting too little sleep. So doing this for a few days for a test or a big project at work might be okay, but you should not do it for months or years. Next, keep your nose to the grindstone. To work too hard for a long time. For example, if you keep your nose to the grindstone, you are sure to get promoted. So for this phrase, you need to be working very hard for a long time. So for months or for years even. This is not something we use to talk about just a few days or for a week. It is a long period of time. Now, do you think keeping your nose to the grindstone is a good thing? In the past, we would say that it was a good thing. It was the image of being a hard worker, which was good. But the image for this phrase has changed a bit over time. And now it's an idea of working too hard, doing too much, and not really getting a reward for it. So now this phrase is seen as kind of a bad thing to do, that you don't want to do this. Okay, last. Burnout. To be in a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion as a result of overwork. For example, I have been doing overtime at work for a month, and now I am burned out. So, burnout is not just being tired. You are exhausted. You have no energy left. So, is burnout common where you live? Do people work so hard for a long time where they become exhausted? The key thing with burnout is it is different from just being very tired. If you are tired and you take a nap or you have a few days of vacation, you often feel better afterwards. If you are burned out, taking a nap or taking a few days of vacation to rest doesn't really fix the problem. You are so tired. You have been working so much that you are also mentally and emotionally tired, and you need a much longer time to recover and to feel better. Okay, so that's the last phrase for today. If you have any questions about how these idioms or phrases are used, what situations they are good for, or anything like that, please ask your questions in the comments, and I will do my best to give you clear answers. But that's all for today. Bye-bye.